And hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are officially live. But I'll be absolutely brutally honest. I've had a rough couple of days, especially when it comes to sleep. That's why I haven't been streaming. Things are really taking off at work. I'll probably not be able to stream almost at all on the week from 19th to 26th of September. That's when the workload will be by far the worst. But even next week, it's going to be pretty bad. So I'll definitely have to get some streaming in now, so my channel doesn't go completely stale. But as you guys can see, it's been going pretty stale, unfortunately. That's unfortunately nothing I can do about that. Just a lot of work. That's all. With regards to other things, well, let's say that as soon as I'm done with all this work, I want to go on a vacation, and this vacation will be a streaming vacation. So that means I will stream a whole lot. Should we do horrific visions, by the way? I think we could do some horrific visions. We have some achievements to do there as well. So I think we're gonna take it easy right now. We're not gonna do anything crazy. We're gonna do horrific visions. We're gonna do delves. We're gonna do quests, stuff like that. Everything that I need for achievements, essentially. That's the plan for today. So let me just pick up all the weeklies. I like doing the mining weekly every week. Just so I can progress towards getting all the skill points, even though it's not necessarily something that I need. I'm pretty rich. I don't like need to do mining, but I just like collecting stuff, right? And one of the collections is the skill points.
The coreway must be protected.
Okay. So we get 3 knowledge points just like that. Let me also get the PvP weeklies. It's crazy. It's a Saturday, guys, and I haven't picked up the weeklies. It's actually insane. I guess I picked up the PvP ones, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's head into the horrific vision. Let's do like full mask horrific vision. I don't know like if it's Orgrimmar or Stormwind this week. I think I need like some reagents from Stormwind for the bike. I still haven't finished the bike. So let's. Oh yeah, it's Stormwind. So let me actually check which reagent I need. Okay. Horrific vision bike parts.
For N'Zoth's armies. Obeying the whispers in her mind, Illyria Windrunner forces.
I think I have the handlebars. Let me bring up the bank so I can figure out what I have. So I have the engine, the handlebars, the void crystal, the seat, the wheels. But what I need is. Wait, is it the exhaust? Yeah, I think I need the exhaust. And for the exhaust, I need to loot a manifold at the entrance of the auction house in the trade district, okay? So that's what we'll be doing. We have 8 masks up. I am in PvE gear. I am in PvE spec. So without further ado, we can get to doing this. Oh, I always do this. I always do this. Like, it doesn't make any sense, man. This big shiny door, man, it actually leads you to exiting the vision instead of starting the vision. I always do this, and it is not intuitive. This is when I'm on autopilot when I'm talking to the stream. Because you show up here, and then it's like, oh, there's a gateway right here. This must lead to starting the vision, right? No.
Obeying the whispers,
Like, if it was behind you, it would make more sense.
Illyria Windrunner
I'm ready to enter the vision. Let's do this.
God.
Holy fuck, man. My brain is cooked, I'll be honest. So we have to interrupt his mind plate. By the way, I changed my nameplates. Turns out there's a Blizzard way how to change my nameplate. So what I minded about my nameplates was that they were too thin and that they would like move around and I wouldn't be able to interrupt things. So what I changed it into now is to have them overlap and to have them be thicker. So let's see if that works. So the blue liquid is the bad potion. Okay, the blue potion is the bad one for this run. So we figured that out just now by looking at that. So that means we can drink any potion but the blue one. That's how it works. By the way, like having Hogger spawn, it actually makes the visions easier because he spawns all the time, right? And he actually makes it so when you kill him, you gain 100 sanity. So since he comes so often, you just get infinite sanity basically. So like that's an affix that was supposed to make visions harder, and it actually made it easier. Yeah, so we're here, you know, the reason why we're doing vision still is I need an achievement from here for the corrupted mementos and the bike, right? I don't know if there's anything else, but yeah. And then I also need to buy some mounts and stuff like that from corrupted mementos, right? Obviously now it's easier, but guys, like horrific visions, I love horrific visions. I love that I return to them because it's actually one of the hardest solo contents, or no, I don't want to say hardest. I just want to say like it's one of the most entertaining incarnations of solo content in all of World of Warcraft. And I'm already starting to think, well, maybe having the overlapping nameplates isn't the best solution because I can barely see that cast. Well, let's keep it like this for now. Maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe not. But yeah, it's definitely like horrific visions. I enjoyed a lot at the end of BFA. So, in my opinion, it's much better than Delves or Torghast. If they make Delves more like horrific visions in Midnight, then I think it's the future. But I mean, that does require like a lot of work. And I think Blizzard has been becoming quite lazy recently. Especially because they haven't been paying their developers well. And those developers, man, they just they learn a little bit, they get a little bit of experience, and they leave, right? Because Blizzard right now is, I think, a stepping stone for like developers.
Set these explosives around the area. I'll get to work on the detonator. Stay safe.
Well, back in the day, it used to be like a final destination, right? I think I have PvP targeting on. Okay. Just drink all the potions that we can. I have to be careful about the timers, because last time it like wiped me actually. Like one of the potions expired, it gave me a debuff, like it gave me like a disorient. And I actually died because of it. Because it was in Orgrimmar in the sketchy district with the bugs. Riggs Rams says hello, yo, what's up Riggs, how are you doing? Gonna kill this boss right here. Doing good. About you? I'm pretty tired from work. I'm on a business trip right now. Haven't been able to stream so much recently because of too much work, but when I get back from the business trip, I am going to play and stream a whole lot. So, you know, it's the business trip's been actually 2.5 months long, but I am coming back in 2 weeks, or a little bit over 2 weeks, I guess. I need to loot the exhaust somewhere around here. So let me see where it actually is. It says auction house. This is the auction house. This should be the auction house. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that single target talents? This is like M plus talents. This is what I play in M plus. Where the hell is this exhaust, by the way? I have to check Wowhead. The manifold. Let me check. There should be a picture on Wowhead. Okay, there's a /way command. Okay. That's odd. You played Paladin for 2 months now? Alright, Paladin, I was wondering if you could share good DPS rotation. Like, to be honest, I just don't follow the meta specs. I just make my own specs. So I don't know if I'm the like go-to for PvE stuff especially, but I'll tell you that what I do is ideally you do like final reckoning. As if you're playing the 30-second wings, you can do the final reckoning, right? You can do final reckoning into Wake of Ashes, into Divine Storm or Templar Verdict, right? Do that twice. Then you can continue with Divine Toll. Go for spending more of your holy power, and then you just do the standard, right? Like Judgment, Blade of Justice. Like you prefer Judgment if there's no Judgment on your target, if there's no Judgment stacks, and if there are Judgment stacks, then you prefer Blade of Justice, right? And depending on whether you have whether you're playing 2 charges of Judgment or Blade of Justice. I think the standard nowadays is to play 2 charges of Blade of Justice. Then you prefer the ability, which is not on cooldown, taking the charges into account, right? So if you have 1 charge of Judgment only and 2 charges of Blade Justice, by that meaning the talents, and both are not on cooldown, I mean, then you prefer the Blade of Justice to get it on cooldown first. And likewise, if you have only 1 charge on cooldown of Judgment, then you also prefer Blade of Justice. But yeah, in general, it's important to get the cooldowns rolling on every single ability, taking the charges into account. Oh, I think this is it. Searching junk. Disturbed trash trap. I still have no idea where this manifold is. I mean, I guess it's in the old town then, yeah. Thought it was in here, but okay, whatever. Well, we'll figure it out. Explain that correctly.
So, you like to play with explosives, do you? Then let's play.
Look out!
You've made a grave mistake.
Alright, let's go, this guy. I slept 12 hours tonight. The night before I slept like 2.5. I'm absolutely cooked.
Forged to ensure it never makes another weapon from this hall.
What do you mean Valera escaped? Find her. It's too
I'm gonna put my defenses here.
Dog lieutenant holds the key to SI-7 headquarters. They're hunting down anyone who opposes Nizam. Kill them, take the keys,
Okay.
and then you kill Shaw.
This is probably the most annoying district. Or, well, maybe it's actually Mage Quarter, I'm not sure. Okay. Kill this mini boss.
Valera! You can't hide from me!
Okay.
Sanguinar!
Loot all the chests. 223 mementos. That's pretty damn good, man. So what do you guys think about these nameplates with respect to what I had earlier? I think they're easier to click, but now that they can overlap, sometimes it's a little bit harder to see, man. Wait, Cursed Horseshoe. Hold on. Do you get a mount from that? I think I already got the mount. Void Forge Stallion. I think I already got it. Void Forge. Yeah, I got it. I don't have to concern myself with those. Thank you. Well, I hope I was of any help with that. But I'm definitely like probably not the right guy because I'm more of a like PvPer and achievement hunter. You know, I'm not exactly PvE guy, even though I like do some PvE sometimes. It's, you know, definitely not a PvE rotation min maxer. Like I just play what's fun in PvE.
Got the key. This thing is what drove Shaw mad.
It's pretty inconsequential if you lose sanity here. Like in BFA, sanity used to matter. But because of Hogger, you just regen so much sanity, you don't even need to concern yourself with the potions. I'll just clear everything for the mementos here. Okay. Let's loot the crystal, I guess, but usually I CBA dealing with those. I just loot the caches and that's it. Like it doesn't matter anymore. Like if like extracting maximum possible amount of corrupted mementos doesn't matter anymore. Dispatched from those horrific visions, like it used to matter in BFA. Because back in BFA, you had essentially a limited amount of horrific visions you could do per week, right? Now you can do an unlimited number of visions. You can farm as many of them as you want. So. To look away from these eyes. Okay, let's check for caches.
Stormwind is still lost. I'm leaving the city. I suggest you do
I
the
don't
same.
see anything around
Watch your
here.
back.
It's fine. Okay, let's look at the TomTom waypoint now. I guess that's where we'll find the exhaust.
I will never forsake the light.
Okay, unclaimed auction house crate. Okay, that's it. I think with that we can complete the death cycle. Another hogger right here. Okay. Oh, and that's a little cash. Good. Yeah, I just destroy everything at this item level. I see, like, I haven't used a single sanity restoration orb, and I'm still at full sanity.
Dare pilfer my greatest prize. Glorious pain.
Slave master. End him. Save the others.
There we go. Another district done. And that means 3 out of 5 on our pinnacle quest, on our meta quest. So clearing a horrific vision will actually gave us full credit on that meta quest. As well as the cache, which will contain delve key, and we do want to run some delve keys, some delves, you know, some multiple ones. A lot of stuff to do today, you know, delves, quest. There's the fishing contest. By the way, they've changed the YouTube algorithm. It's definitely noticeable, but it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Like, I just keep streaming, you know, especially back when I come back from the business trip and everything's gonna be fine and fun. Just keep going. We don't give up. We never give up on streaming. Another Hogger right here. I don't know if the horrific visions are going away, by the way. Like the rerun of the horrific visions, if it's ever gonna go away. And if the rewards are gonna turn into unobtainable rewards, and if the achievements are gonna turn into like legacy achievements or feats of strength, we'll have to see. But I mean, it did come out in like one of the previous patches. And it's still here, so one would assume not, but you never know with Blizzard. Like, they're pretty much masters of FOMO. I think they should definitely reduce FOMO, man. Another Hogger right here. Couldn't throw myself some heals. I tried to line that ability, but I think it's a channel, so it won't matter. Okay. Get those down. Alright. And the whole time we're at full sanity. That's, I think it's a big mistake, you know. That Hogger actually awards sanity when you kill him. It would have been really interesting to do it with all these affixes without the sanity restoration from Hogger. Then it would actually be hard. And you would actually have to like care about your sanity and strategize about, you know, try to squeeze as much sanity as you possibly can from the potions and so forth, right? I think that'll be much more interesting. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that's a cache. See if there are any more, by the way. I didn't really look properly. Okay, no more Black Empire caches. At least in that area. Like, we definitely want to look properly. for the caches in this particular district, because in this district they give the most. Like they give 250-ish per cache. I guess that one had 230 or so, but I think it's between 200 and 250, somewhere around there. By the way, I have to check me world events. No, I think it's expansion features. Oh shit. Expansion features, visions revisited. Yeah, we need like 2.7k to get that achievement. But I think even after we get that achievement, we will still need more to get the mounts and collectibles. Just, you know, the pets, toys, maybe transmogs. But I'm not too worried about transmogs. Like, it's just not something I collect. It's not something I care about. So I get them whenever I can. Whenever I have too many of the tokens for a given activity, or you know, then I get them. But other than that, I'm not too worried about transmogs, especially since there are no like big meta achievements for transmogs. Like if they introduced big meta achievements for transmogs, like get 5,000 transmogs or whatever, achievements of that kind, then that would make me like farm transmogs, and I think it will be interesting. But other than that, I only get them when I can, right? I think I'll bubble this. His boss is very annoying. Like he has several interrupts that you have to do, and it's unreasonable. Like it's impossible to interrupt every single thing from him, right? So if you interrupt the entropic missiles, you're gonna get hit by the polymorph, right? And then you're gonna end up losing sanity either way. So this boss is kind of like a checkmate boss. You end up losing sanity either way. I think I might wait for my bubble now. So let's like see if we can clear anything else. If there's something we missed. While yeah, we could kill this guy. This guy is very annoying though, because you have to like, because he takes reduced damage if the bots are close, and then if you attack the bots first, then he repairs them, right? So you have to split pull him somehow, or maybe there's another way how to kill him, but not sure how that works. Maybe if you found some way to distract him. Okay, I don't know how to distract him. Not gonna look it up either right now, because I think I already killed him once somehow. Oh, I pulled him through consecration. Shit. I mean, I just keep kiting him like this. He seems to lose the shield momentarily, and then I'm able to chunk, early chunk him while the shield is down. Hey dude, yo, what's up, Easty Flops? How you doing? Ah, he reset. God damn it. Oh, whatever. I won't bother. Just gonna get the Sanity Restoration orb up, and then we're gonna go kill the last boss. Oh, good. I got name banned last night, like on WoW or what? WoW hardcore, bro. Did you get forced to rename or what? Or did you get like banned? Like because the name was so bad?
Do not listen to the whispers.
I have ignored them for too long. They speak the truth, Erator, and you will hear them. I will make you hear them.
I will never.
Yeah, I did that and just changed it back to it. 10 minutes later, suspended for bro. I mean, come on.
The light could not save them.
That's like an automatic check. Okay, I'm gonna kick that polymorph here. Oh, bro, this. Void eruption, hide. Chain of servitude, I think we're gonna avoid that like this. Gonna pop the sanity restoration here. Regen some sanity. I think I'm gonna get hit by the poly, but doesn't matter because I'm in the orb, right? Eruption, hide. Polymorph, I'm gonna get hit by that. I think I bubble this one. Because I can't go into... It's so toxic, like, she stands in the fire and cast the polymorph inside, and obviously I can interrupt that. But anyway, we got it down. People got upset about the name, yeah, it is what it is, man. It's, you know, sometimes people are too sensitive nowadays. I think, yeah, people are... It's just a word, you know, people are getting too sensitive about nothing usually. But it's a sign of, like, good times, you know, there's... at least in the Western world, there's, like, no wars right now. Obviously, there's wars all over the world, but, like, there's nothing really going on in the US or in Western Europe, so people have to find problems, you know, to solve, and those problems are, you know, well, something trivial. Oh, it's the same name I got here. Oh my god, that's, I mean, it's people are way too sensitive, man.
The core way is usable again.
Come on, man. That's like a funny name. Not even remotely offensive. It's like whatever.
I have many.
So we got the achievement, by the way. A monumental amount. Oh no! Wait. There's a follow-up. No way. A mountain. Oh, don't tell me there's an achievement for 100k. Oh my god. That's toxic. Actually, I thought that was the last one. I thought that was the last one, bro. No way. Expansion features. Wait a minute. Yeah. No. This is the last one. 75k is the last one. Okay. At least there's not 100k. Now you gotta think of something else. Well, good luck on that, man.
Pleasant spending time with you.
I think I can buy a mount now. Yes. Corruption of the aspects for 40k.
This is when
See what this mount looks like. I can't learn it. What the hell? You guys see this? I guess I was in combat. No, it doesn't work. I right click. I press OK and it doesn't learn the mount. Bro, Blizzard has been fumbling the UI design and UI QA so bad recently. Okay, I learned it. Okay, corruption of the aspects. Let's take a look at this mount. Corruption of the aspects. No, it doesn't look bad, I guess. Is what it is. But with this, we have also completed this weekly quest.
we are a light in
Horrific Visions Revisited.
word of your triumph.
We got Sparkle and Restore Coffer Key. And that's what we're actually gonna do next. We're gonna head into some bountiful delves. I'm gonna check which bountiful delves are available. So it's Skittering Breach. Skittering Breach is available. I'm gonna check if that's what I need for the achievement where I need to clear it as a healer. So healer, I need Underkeep and Mycomancer Cavern only. So Mycomancer Cavern, where was that again? Where was that again? There, okay. Skittering Breach. Sacred Abyss. What about Undermine? Explosive Demolition, by the way. I still need a story from there. All that glitters. Still don't have that. What about Archival Assault? Waygate Wiles. That's the story I need from Archival Assault. It's just not coming up, man. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I think looks okay. But like, again, I have so many mounts that I just don't even care for them. That's the thing. Okay. Whatever. I guess we're just gonna do Skittering Breach. They also have to do the like fishing contest thing. I don't know if I'm gonna do that now or later. I might do that later. I'm not too bothered about it. Well, there's like a barbecue party I'm supposed to attend today. But I just looked outside and man, it's gonna rain probably. I might skip out on it. Oh wow, we got a hunter attacking us with a trap. Like I would have left him. I would have like let him go. Is he gonna die to the dot? Ah, oh, we get away. Ah, I killed him. He couldn't make it inside. He did slash tickle, and he wanted to make it inside of the delve, but he got too cocky, man. It's like he was just being slightly toxic by using the explosive trap on us, the knockback, and then he turtled and he like emoted us. And he could have run in while he was in the turtle, but he stopped to emote, but my damage was too high. He shouldn't have emoted. He should have just run. He would have gotten away with the knockback in that case, but since he was a little bit too cocky and decided to tickle us or whatever, he didn't get away with it. Alright. Let's do this delve. Okay.
There's treasure here.
Holy shit. This guy slaps and he's got a lot of health for a +8, I'll be honest. A +8. Tier 8, I guess it's called. Lay on hands here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the casts when you have many mobs like this. I don't know how to deal with it, man. How to deal with these nameplates. I mean, it would make sense if the mobs that cast, if it popped out on top. Like, it's pretty hard. Like from a developer's perspective, nameplates are a pretty hard thing to solve, right? Because if you have overlapping nameplates, you're not gonna see some of them, and you're not gonna see some of the important casts that you need to interrupt. If you have non-overlapping ones, then obviously these nameplates are gonna move and you're gonna misclick. Both of the problems might also want you, you know, might also make you want to make the nameplates smaller so you can fit more of them on the screen, but then they're harder to click. So I think the real solution here is just not to have so many mobs at any point, you know. Just reduce the number of mobs, that's the only solution. But Blizzard's like, no, let's make this more of a Korean MMO where you do AoE polls. I think you should go back to like the old days where you didn't really have that many mobs. I think that makes perfect sense. And it makes it feel more like, you know, the old school World of Warcraft. Which is what people want. Oh. Blessing of Dark. Okay. Whatever. I should use this more against the mobs, yeah, like that. The bombardment actually hits the mobs too, so makes the death go faster. Are you playing Ascension now? No. So thing is, with private servers, it's not a good idea, you know, for a streamer or for a content creator in general to advertise them. You might be DMCA striked, you know. Blizzard will copy strike you. Blizzard won't like you if you do that. Just they've been like taking down these servers recently, haven't they? Like they've been going after all these private servers pretty heavily. Couple last weeks, they actually sued. You know, it wasn't even a cease and desist letter to Turtle WoW. They actually sued Turtle WoW. I think because Turtle WoW has been making like bank, right? They actually were paying streamers to advertise their server. Don't know, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's what happened. They sued Turtle WoW. It's only natural to assume that the same thing is gonna happen to Ascension, by the way, like, and all the other private servers. Still play that? I thought it's legal and was advertised massively. Yeah, well, any private server of World of Warcraft is technically not legal.
Come here and recover some of your mana.
Because you can deny that the private servers are using Blizzard's IP, right? It's just a fact. Well, it's sad because, you know, obviously some of these private servers, they have great ideas. And they make great games, but you can't deny it's something, you know, that they did using Blizzard's IP. I don't think like Blizzard should necessarily shut them down. I think it's better for Blizzard to not shut them down. In fact, I think it's much better. In the sense that they can get ideas from the private servers and copy them. I guess if the competition gets too big, then it does make sense for Blizzard to shut them down. But then they could like steal some developers from these servers at least, right? I think that's a natural thing to do because there's obviously some great talent going on. You know that these private servers have some great talent. But at the same time, Blizzard is not known for providing like good salary and working conditions to its developers, right? And I think the reason why they have been able to get away with that, is that Blizzard had like a good name, but now they won't be able to get away from that just because of their name anymore, because now the name is actually associated with more of a negative reputation, so I think they have to pay their developers better. You thought it was a Blizzard project? Yeah, I wonder how many people like know, or how many people know that it is actually illegal. That's a good question, actually. So some people like do not look at these kind of things, right? They just, okay, this is a game, let's play this game. But
Nothing old Bran can get through.
and they don't necessarily see behind the curtains, right? I think that's perfectly understandable, right? Not everybody wants to get involved in like this game politics. At the end of the day, people just have a job, right? They come home from a job and they want to play a game, and you don't care about who develops this or if it's stolen or whatever, right? So it's a good point. Not everybody might necessarily know about that. Armor says, hello, Soryo. What's up, Armor? How are you doing? Yeah, I haven't been streaming a couple last days because I've been having some serious sleeping issues and a lot of work piled up. So today I slept 12 hours. The day before that I slept like 2.5 hours. Yeah. So my brain is cooked from all that. But at least I slept a long time today. At the end of the day, people just want to have some fun. Yeah, absolutely. You're new to WoW? Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's good to see some new people actually coming to WoW still. It's definitely a good sign, in my opinion. Okay, we did a delve, we did a horrific vision. Maybe let's go to Karesh. Let's do some stuff in Karesh for a bit. Let's do some outdoor stuff now. Man, I understand you. I went to work after 1 hour sleep, but fortunately I already slept that over. Yeah, I need to fix my sleep schedule, honestly. And do need to fix my sleep schedule. It's been so bad for everything, for work, for streaming. You know, it affects negatively my work, affects negatively my streaming. It's no good reason why I should be doing that, honestly. Let's do the weeklies here. Maybe do a little bit of the ecological succession quest line. So, complete activities while face diving, and now Warrant Zyvex the Twisted. So let's collect all the weeklies for the Warrant as well. Bro, teach me how to play Orc on Rogue. Like, are we talking about retail or classic?
At last, we return to Karesh.
Are we talking about PvE or PvP? Because Orc Rogue, pretty good for PvP in classic, I'll be honest. Pretty good. Both? I don't know about, like, I don't know too much about retail rogues, to be honest. Like, retail rogues are complete, it's like a different story, right? But on in classic, you have two ways you can play rogues. You can do like dagger rogues, where it's all about backstab, or you can go sword spec, which is combat, right? So it's like you can go assassination for daggers, or you can go combat. I actually think like for PvE, it's always combat, whether you're dagger or sword. And for PvP, it's almost always assassination, or you can also play subtlety, right? In PvP, I feel like I'm being bullied. Backstabbing in this positioning, yeah. I mean, for sure, it's easier to play Hemo in PvP because it doesn't require the positioning. But I feel like if you just want to get those big ambushes, those one-shots on those clothies daggers are better. It just feels good, man, when you're outgearing like a clothy and then just ambush them for like 70% of their health, and they're like, by the time they realize what's going on, they're like left reeling. I have a really tough time, man. But yeah, in classic, rogues are all about cooldowns, right? So it's all about how many cooldowns do you have available, because you, for example, against mages you need vanish. Potentially, if you're spec'd into the sprint removal of snares, then that's also very useful against mages. But it's all about having cooldowns and all about being able to reset, right? You should try classless, to be honest. Like, as I said, I'm not gonna try anything private server related, especially on stream. Purely for copyright reasons. Even though I do think these private servers, they have some great ideas. It's just, you know, it's just a legal thing. Is this your main class? Yeah, I main a Retribution paladin. I've mained the Retribution paladin for 20 years. This is actually the same character I created 20 years ago. I've got 1296 days slash played, almost 1300 days. Damage is insane. Yeah, it's really inflated. Like, but you know, like, what you're gonna do when you're Blizzard, right? You're gonna have to introduce some kind of a power creep, especially when you have like so many expansions. It's a really hard design choice, by the way. Like, how do you keep the old content relevant? It's like the eternal question. How do you keep the old content relevant in a game that goes on for 20 years? I heard the Retro Paladin Discord got closed down. What are they crying about? I've never played a Paladin. I don't know too much about the drama. I think that the guy got mad that Retribution Paladins were underperforming or something. And to be honest, I don't care. I don't want to get involved in that. Like all the other Paladins, man. Like many other Paladins, bro, they always like do some stupid shit, or they behave in some like weird way, and then like I catch strays by association, right? Like for example, Retribution Paladins become overpowered in PvP, and then like everybody re-rolls to a Retribution Paladin, and then I get called in solo shuffle lobbies a red re-roller, even though I've played the same character for 20 years. It's so toxic, man. They still seem strong and fun to me. Yeah, they're definitely fun. Like, what I like about Retribution Paladins is the class fantasy, right? It's like being a warrior, but with like holy magic, which is exactly what I want, right? To be honest, I'm sick of being the good guy though. I would like to be like an Oathbreaker Paladin, like from the I don't want to be the good guy. Like I want to be like chaotic neutral. That's what I would do in D&D. I would be chaotic neutral. So that's I also the way how I behave in real life, chaotic neutral. I used to be like, you know, one of these guys who wanted to do right and all that stuff. Like, but I'm sick of all that shit. I want to be, you know, an evil paladin, not even evil paladin, right? But just a self-centered paladin who also decides the outcomes of arguments and stuff like that based on his mood. So chaotic, that's the chaotic aspect of it, right? And neutral is like, you know, you try to be pragmatic. Neutral is you don't try to be like fanatical in one direction, or in the evil direction, or in the righteous direction. You just try to be reasonable about things. I get you, your intentions are good, not necessarily your methods, yes. And it also depends on the mood, you know? It's a little bit of like a random number generator of how you're gonna solve the issue. But the issue, the solution of the issue, where it's gonna resolve, is gonna be basically based on logic, not on feelings. But the method of resolution is gonna be based on feelings, if you know what I mean. So that's the kind of a RPG character I would like to embody. So a little bit of an Oathbreaker paladin, you know, but it's kind of a shame that there's not such a concept in World of Warcraft right now. It's always like the righteous, holy guy. I don't want to be a Death Knight either, right? So... Okay, I need to enter untethered space right now. I mained a warrior for about 17 years with the Shaman Alt. 112 is the first time I swapped them around. I like the Elemental Warrior vibe. Man, I saw that Elemental Shamans, man. They do their one-shots in PvP. They're absolutely crazy right now.
It's too far away.
So I completely get wanting Warrior vibe with extra. Yeah. Like, have you played, like, Age of Conan? It's, like, very old MMO. They had a super cool concept of a melee class that wears clothes. It was called Herald of Zotl or something like Herald of Zotli, something like that. And it was basically a melee class that wears clothes, and it's got, like, fire spells, like, so you, like, charge your sword with fire, and you just... So they destroyed guys. Play that, barely remember? Yeah, it was fun. Paladin can one-shot in PvP. Not exactly one-shot. So, what people play nowadays in PvP as a Paladin is this spec called Herald of the Sun. This like kind of hero spec, and it heavily relies on dots. And basically small damage, but there's like lots of small damage. So it's not exactly one shots, but it like really wears you down really fast. The damage is very high. It's just not in a single instance like in the other spec where which is called Templar, and there the damage comes from big hits, which is I think more fun. I think Paladin should be more about big hits, but. Bro, I want to copy your build so badly. Your damage is insane. I mean, 1.5 million damage. I mean, it's more about the gear, you know? It's more about the gear rather than the build. The builds are pretty similar, you know? I can show you my build. You can go to the VOD on Twitch or something, and then you can pause it, you know? And then you can copy it, but I don't think it's the build. It's mostly the gear. I'd love to see more fire spells added to Paladin, holy fire kind of thing. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like in the Dragonflight rework, they had an idea to split the Paladin into two specs you could kind of pick, and you couldn't pick both, right? So there's this part of the tree where it's kind of like fire centered, and there's this part of the tree where it's physical damage centered, and it was kind of exclusive in a way. But they ended up reworking it where you can pick both, which I think is a mistake. I think if you could do a holy centered paladin, if you could do a physical centered paladin, if you could do a fire centered paladin, and you could only be one of the three, Now that would be very interesting. Or maybe it could be two, like partially two of the three. But now you just are kind of everything, which I think it's bad. I think the talent trees in World of Warcraft in general, they need to be like wider, so you can only pick a certain part of it. So not that you can pick like all parts of it. Which right now, as you can see, I only have a couple talents which I have not picked. On the left side, it's more sparse. I have more talents that I haven't picked, but it's standard, right? These talents nobody picks because they're kind of shitty. So I think that there needs to be more choice when it comes to the general talent trees.
Return to Karesh.
Okay, so we completed the warrant weekly. Now let's do this. Let's kill the named mob. This is also for an achievement. Killing all the named mobs for warrants. I think I need like a couple more. You do only PvE fighting or use some some other dope stuff? So my main thing is I do basically 3 main activities on this channel and in WoW in general. So I do PvP on this paladin on retail, right? I do quite a bit of that. Although I haven't been doing it recently because I'm on a business trip and I just haven't had time for that. Then I do achievements, so that's what I'm doing right now. I try to collect every single achievement in the game. In Dragonflight, I actually managed to collect every single achievement in the game. I was one of the only 18 people in the whole world that had all the achievements at the time. And then I do hardcore WoW. Then I do hardcore WoW also. So that's the 3 things that I do. And obviously in hardcore WoW, not much PvP going on. I like that too. More build diversity is great. Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. Build diversity is awesome. And I think it has been, like retail WoW especially, has been all about the cookie cutter specs. Okay, I got the achievement Vigilante. Oh, we got it. Complete all warrants in Karesh. Alright. Let's go. So, next, we need to do Flyer Essences. So this is the Ecological Succession campaign. Let's take a look at that. Holy shit, it really does look like it's gonna rain outside. I might not even go to this barbecue party today, or I might just show up out of like kind of duty almost. What do you get if you finish the achievements? Nothing special really. You just get the fame. No, not even fame. You just get a good feeling that you completed everything. It's kinda. Yeah, I wish there was something. A lot of the class-specific trees utility anyway, so I always enjoy playing around with the trees on that side. Yeah. I wish, man, it was more consequential. I wish it was less cookie cutter, and I wish there was like more build diversity. That's what Blizzard needs to add. Like, and it's like it's funny, right? Because all that you need to do really is to make these trees wider, right? And you keep the number of the talent points the same. Like for example, every expansion you add a part of the tree that looks like this, right? Maybe this much, and you just keep expanding every expansion, but you do not add more talent points. And then as eventually, like, people have so many builds that are available to them. But obviously for that, you need to make it so that these different nodes are kind of independent from each other, right? Because right now it's kind of if all the different abilities affect the other ones, like for example, this High Lord's Wrath, it modifies this talent. This talent modifies like something else, right? So they need to make them more independent. And I guess they can modify each other, but they should be only contained to like subsections like this one, right? So if you have a subsection like this one, well, maybe this talent, and this talent can modify this talent. Sure. Then it will work. Right? But Blizzard does definitely need to rework it. I'll be honest. I'll be brutally honest.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
We both know that majority of players will just pick the top DPS, even if a different tree would be better suited to that player's preferences. Well, to be honest, I don't do it myself. I don't go for the cookie cutter specs, but many people will. And that's the thing, right? It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad, I'll be honest, that all that WoW has become is copying other players' builds. And the other players, you know, are like the ones that haven't even figured it out themselves, but they wrote a simulation software, fucking simulation software, right, to simulate the best spec, which is crazy. That shouldn't be what a game is about. You should experiment, and you should try to find out what works with you you know, what does the most damage, by experimenting rather by simulating with the software. It's a sad state of affairs, man. Parses and Sims is an overall negative to rating and an M+ in my opinion. I 100% agree with you. I think playing the game for Parses is a very bad incentive. I think it's much better to try to play the game for, you know, a different objective, like who can achieve the first skill. I think that's more interesting. Who can achieve the first skill? Who can achieve the first 100 kills of a certain boss? Who can clear a certain mythic plus the level the first, right? I think stuff like that is more in line with what a MMO competition should be, right? Who can do something the first, rather than who can do something the best, who can do most damage. It's antithetical, right? Because if you wanna like get the best parse, it's gonna create some problematic behaviors with respect to the encounter. You might ignore some mechanics, for example, right? Like there might be a mechanic that a certain player needs to do, and maybe the DPS would be a better candidate to do that mechanic. However, it could be a DPS loss for him in that particular case, and they could ask the healer to do it instead. And then if the healer does it, well, then he can't heal as well, and then it ends up holding back the guild, right? So that's one example. Don't even get me started on parsing classic WoW and especially hardcore WoW. I think that parses have no space in there. No place, sorry. In my opinion, leaderboard, fastest team kill per boss, and overall rate clear time would be better, like speedrunning. I mean, to me, it's exactly the same thing. I think like speedrunning is something artificial that was also created because people wanted to compete at something, because they didn't have anything to compete at, right? So they decided to compete at speed clearing. But like speedrunning is not interesting to me either, especially in classic hardcore WoW, because I think the metric of how successfully you are in hardcore WoW shouldn't be your powers or how fast you can clear a given raid, but it should rather be how safely you can play the raid. Like how many people have died in your raid over the last month, you know. It doesn't interest me either, but I understand people love the number side of the game. Yeah. It's understandable in some way, right? But I'm not sure if it's healthy overall for the game. I think Blizzard should do better at creating different competitive
Good. There are many tasks that
objectives for the game.
With funding comes salvation. I must protect my investment.
Okay. So we're continuing with this insanely long quest line. We're almost done.
Put your hopes in the trust.
And then we need to do like weeklies for it.
Has just begun.
What a crazy quest line this is. But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, these private servers, they have some great ideas. I do hope that Blizzard learns from them. But I actually I wanted to make a video on what Blizzard might have in store. Especially in connection to Plunderstorm. I think they're gonna introduce new games into the WoW engine, a little bit like Plunderstorm, and I think that has a lot of huge potential. But of course, it also has potential of fragmenting the WoW player base even further. Yeah, I think Blizzard needs to turn a little bit more towards making the game a sandbox rather than have it be a theme park. I think that's the real answer to saving WoW. They need to add more and more sandboxy features, which I think is good. Like they started that with housing, which is a sandbox feature essentially.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Alright. This quest line, man, has like 80 quests, by the way. I don't know what is even the point, but fine. That's okay.
Shadow God harry us from
I'd like to see less features designed for the top 1% of players, to be honest. I think Mythic Plus would be so much better without a timer. Well, it's hard to say. I think Mythic Plus, where the objective is to kill the boss rather than do it fast, would be also interesting. You know, where the bottleneck is the difficulty of the boss rather than the time. But I think that could create for some toxic gameplay where A Mythic Plus dungeon takes hours to run.
That was.
Which I don't think is a bad thing, like having your dungeons that take hours to complete, but I think it could end up being too frustrating. Because you will just end up wiping on a single boss
Glad you're here.
like so many times.
Find anything interesting, let me know.
But I think WoW could definitely benefit from having like BRD like dungeons, which are more about the adventure rather than about doing a dungeon in 30 minutes. It's the fact that they decided to make dungeons more bite-sized, I think was a big mistake. I think they should have like very long dungeons where you can spend hours in. Maybe you could have different wings of the dungeon or different modes of clearing the dungeon. Like in BRD, you can do an arena run, for example. You can do a quest run. You can do a jailbreak run. You can do an Emperor run. You can do a lava run. You can do all kinds of runs, right? So I think like BRD is definitely dungeon that everybody loves, and I don't know why Blizzard hasn't done more dungeons like that, because they know that everybody loves BRD. They're aware of the fact, right? But somehow they didn't end up making more dungeons like BRD. Just crazy to me. Guess I'm looking at the timer the wrong way. Technically, there's no time limit. The timer's an incentive. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. I mean, it's an incentive to advance to the higher level. I mean, I don't think it's something I would remove, but I would. I don't know if Mythic Plus is the right way to really do dungeons. I think it's a good way to make it like endlessly replayable content, and you just go higher up in difficulty as you go. But at the same time, dungeons should be something you go for an adventure for, not for a theme park style of content, I would say.
Everything I've done has been for Karesh.
I'm out of range.
Okay. Logical
I
succession.
need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
The hell? Oh, she tells you what to do. Okay, I get it. Bag of screws.
It's too far away.
Screws, okay. A moment, I have to set this correctly. Quad lateral bypass. Quad lateral bypass system, okay. It's one of those quests, man. Arcane filler.
I'm out
Filter.
of range.
I don't know, I view Mythic Plus Dungeon as a bite-sized gameplay that fills the same need as a couple games of Overwatch. Yeah.
It's too far away.
I mean, I'd like something that you can really go for a long adventure to, but also I'd like some activity in World of Warcraft that you play for the sake of the activity, because it feels like all the activities we do in World of Warcraft, we're not playing for the activity itself, but rather for the result, right? Many people don't enjoy the activity itself. Many people enjoy the reward, which I think is really bad.
In the trust. My
I think, for example, in Classic WoW, many people enjoy the process itself and not the reward. But
what is more valuable?
the more the more WoW has gone on, the more they had to kind of dangle the carrot in front of the player to make them play the game. I think they should just make more engaging content. Like, they should make less weekly quests, you know, stuff that you have to do, that you feel like, you know, that you're being FOMO'd into.
I need to get closer.
They should make some, like, mini games. Like, I think Final Fantasy had, like, some mini games where the mini game itself was fun. And if you perfected the mini game, then you got a reward. Great, and you got a reward, right? But the actual process was fun. Rather than having the dull mini games in World of Warcraft, like that are worse than phone games, not fun at all. People see gear as the goal, which is the wrong way. Gear should be what allows you to do the content that you enjoy. I think I see the... I always saw gear as something... How to say? Like, as a PvPer, I saw being able to invest time and... wait. Got a guy attacking me, and I think I'm in PvE gear. I might be in PvE gear. Am I in PvE gear? I'm not sure. I might be in PvE spec. This guy's dead. Oh, I'm in PvP gear and PvP spec. Good. Thank you. As a PvPer, I saw being able to gear up for PvP as something as like being able to invest time into being able to own other players, right? So it's like MMOs are in a way kind of like success simulators, and one way to be better than other players is skill, but there is also another aspect to it, which is well, gear, right? So if you have both better gear and skill than the other player, then you'll really be able to enjoy that, right? But that comes at a price, because if there's casual players in the game, they'll just be gonna be getting owned by the tryhards. Then they will end up quitting the game. So it is a balance of things, right? I love the jump puzzles in things like Guild Wars 2, FF14. Completely agree that we need just more things that are just fun of the sake of fun. Yeah. Jump puzzles in Guild Wars 2 were great, man. I did all of them actually. At least when the game came out. Now there's some jump puzzles probably that I hadn't done, because there's been like several expansions, right? But when Guild Wars 2 initially came out, I went pretty hard on it. I got all the best gear in the game. Pretty much much faster than other people were able to get it. I was playing a ranger. I got like glass cannon set of gear, and I was doing the world versus world stuff. That was great, man. I actually have a YouTube video on my channel from when I played that. When I made a video of how hard it was owning people. That was real fun. But yeah, the jump puzzles were great.
I can't use that item yet.
But yeah, like content like this to me is quite dull. Like, look at what I'm doing. I'm like chopping up some plants and taking pictures of birds. And you can tell that it's not interesting content, even by the stream viewer numbers. It's not really something people want to watch, right? And the YouTube algorithm picks up on that and it ends up pushing it to fewer people. So when I do streams like this where I just do achievements, not doing really anything interesting, people don't want to watch that, right? People want to watch like interesting content like hard bosses or PvP or hardcore WoW, right? Like my hardcore WoW are really streams end up like being really popular streams. But retail is not as popular nowadays, which is a really bad thing, right? Because it incentivizes the streamers to go do something else because they just simply don't get the viewership, which is a really bad thing. Because when the streamers leave, well, you lose the advertising for the game, and it's just a big knock-on effect. I get that you usually see your stream pop up while I'm scrolling through YouTube. I usually watch you for a short while, but I figured I'd stick around and say hi. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do that, right? So the reason I do the vertical streams on YouTube rather than a horizontal one, it gets more people to see my content and kind of get awareness of who I am, and that's like it gets recommended to farm more people than if it was a horizontal stream. And I get that the people like stay only for a little bit, but my plan as a streamer is to have kind of this initial phase where I kind of get myself into the minds of the people, but it doesn't mean I will be able to capture the people as like permanent viewers, but they will kind of find out who I am, and they will they will see me, and they might not necessarily subscribe or come back to watch me later, but they will become aware of who I am. And then later on, like when I've got some subscribers, when I've got this general awareness, I will, start making more content rather for the horizontal thing. Not that I'm not streaming in the horizontal format, by the way. I'm streaming always on the horizontal content format on Twitch, right? But when people have gotten a little bit more awareness of who I am, why I'm streaming, what I'm streaming, right? Then I think I will be able to start capturing a more permanent audience. Even though I've been able to capture some people, like some regular viewers, for that the vertical stream isn't really the way to go. So at some point I think that will end. But for now, at least for a year or so, I think I will keep streaming on the vertical one, so more people get to know me, and they kind of will become aware of what kind of content I do. And then maybe when a new expansion or a new game mode comes out, when WoW becomes popular, they will come check it out on my channel. So becoming a streamer is really the long something that you do for the long game. It's not like some people are lucky, or they're just so good and or so entertaining that they become popular overnight, right? But in the vast majority of cases, that doesn't happen. It's rather something that has a lot of hard work behind it, and maybe a couple of years of streaming to essentially nobody until you get lucky, right? So for me, the vertical streaming was really something that really gave me some driver to, let's say, to keep streaming. Because after the first month of streaming only on Twitch, to essentially nobody, I maybe had like the odd viewer here and there, but other than that, nobody would watch on Twitch. That's because it's so hard to get discovered on Twitch. But it's much easier, much better to get discovered on YouTube, especially YouTube Shorts format streaming, because the content just gets pushed to so many people. So that some months I had like 500,000 views on my streams overall, and other videos, because I also do like shorts and long format, right? But like the majority of my views on YouTube, it comes from really people who have viewed my stream for like 20 seconds, which I think is really good for somebody who's just starting off. It's really good for discoverability, and some people stick around, you know. And even if the people don't stick around, they gonna know who you are, right? Which is good for the long run, for the community on YouTube to have some kind of an awareness of who you are, even though they might not necessarily want to stick around for now, right? It's something that they might come back to in the future when WoW gets a content update or something like that. And not to mention, I have a kind of a handicap in the form of being a VTuber, right? So people are in general like not interested in streamers that don't have a face cam. And if they're like, when they're interested in VTubers, they're interested in the female VTubers, right? Because they have like cute avatars, cute anime avatars. So I tried having like a twist on it, like by having like a version of myself. But yeah, male VTuber is the male VTuber space is really hard to find success in, and I think like, okay, maybe I have this WoW avatar, but let's see if that actually ends up working. I think it's been working out for me so far. Because really, I'm not interested in showing my face on the internet. I want to keep my real life and internet life separate.
A fellow researcher? So soon? Take care.
Oh, okay. We managed to integrate some of the creatures completely into the ecosystem. How about that? How about that? Okay, we now need to wash different birds. So that's what we're doing now. We're washing birds, guys. This is World of Warcraft in 2025. You wash birds.
It's not ready yet.
Was the little piglet following you? I think it's like a fox for a quest. I see. It's like a fox kit. I don't even know. Like, yeah, it's for the. You're supposed to like play ball with it. So I think that, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do with this guy. So see, throw it a ball, and it throws it somewhere else, and it's buggy like this. It's literally threw it inside a mountain, and it didn't work. So you have to find like a flat area to play ball with it. So I might as well do it. It just made me realize that I have this quest. So I'm gonna do it now. Jay says, I have a little piglet following me. It's called my wife. Good one, bro. Okay. I mean, I'm getting close to being done with this echo. What, like, what
There's
are,
a
how,
bounty
this
on
is
their
so
head.
toxic, this quest line.
Anyone care to collect?
I'm glad I'm almost done with this quest line because I mean this quest line is really dull, man. I think this quest line, the ecological succession stuff, I think it's been generally like badly received as being very lazy and unnecessarily long and pointless for what it is. It just didn't work. Okay.
Looks like there's treasure nearby. And that means treasure hunters. Watch your back.
Oh, it didn't work. It just throws it underground, man. Wow. Man, they haven't really worked properly on this quest. It doesn't seem to pick up the Z-axis well. Because it just throws it underground. Okay, we're done with this one. Yeah, now let's go vacuum some bees, I guess. Wait, there's a guy here who was the Horde assassin. Is a priest. Is it a healer? I hope it isn't a healer. It's a shadow priest, okay? You can kill him, I think. Get the siphon here. Gonna blind him. Oh, he trinketed that? Okay. I didn't expect him to trinket a blind. It means I can stun him without him having trinket. It was a mistake for him to trinket a blind. But yeah, we got the loot from him. Why not pick it up, right? It's like conquest, honor, gold, blood tokens. Not that I need gold, but the other things are nice. Okay, so where the frick are the bees? Where are the bees? Oh, you're supposed to go to Stormsong Valley? Oh, man. Alright, let's go to Stormsong Valley to complete the Karesh weekly quest. Why not? Why not? Where are the bees, though? Basically, we're vacuuming bees to bring them to Karesh.
It's still recharging. It's not ready.
So where the hell are some other bees? Okay, here.
It's still recharging.
4 of them. Okay, we need 2 more. Okay, right here. Good. It's another quest that we're done with. Get back to Karesh.
There you are. Good. There are many tasks that have been waiting on your arrival. Please see to them.
Okay.
Once again, my expectations for you have been...
Wait, why is that?
You have my thanks.
It says I just handed in a honeybee quest. Oh no, wait. No, I handed the other quest. Okay, so I thought it was wrong, but it's right.
You have my thanks.
So okay, look at this, guys. We're completing all these quests. I mean, this part of the achievement. Gotta go. Anyway, thanks for the stream. Wishing you success. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for hanging out. See you later, man.
Stay downwind.
Shrink and collect 8 Domineering Karoks. Jesus Christ, man. These quests are crazy. This quest line is insane. We're doing Pokeball. We're doing Pokemon now. What? How is this Karok domineering? It's literally sleeping on the ground. How is it domineering, man? Swear to God, stuff like this is in the game because of Palworld. And it's like because of some executive was like, yeah, we need to copy Palworld or something, and then the incarnation of that is this. I need to complete a race now. How do I complete the... Okay, race completed. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see the race start. Let's do the race. Okay. There's a challenge mode version of this race, by the way. I think we should do that. Cool, I didn't realize there were gonna be some races like this. I like dragon riding in general, the races. They're pretty fun. I think that's one of the rare activities that is fun to do for the activity itself. I think these races are a W. But it's not something I would do all day, honestly. It's something fun to do here and there, but it's definitely not like a main activity that I would do. But it's fun. The process itself is fun. Just quite rare to see in World of Warcraft. So this is a W, in my opinion. Okay, so we got that. We managed to get gold on the first attempt.
I swore an oath to restore my world.
Okay, so we got that one done. Now we need to go to Outland. Regroup with Hammond and Singwari. Okay, so now we need to get snakes integrated into the oasis or something. And we need to do another one of those races. Let's try the advanced. So let's see. Is this it? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I might not necessarily want to do the achievement right now. Just want to complete the quests. I think I will be able to get gold though. Even though I'm not necessarily using the trick. CBA to use the trick to make it even faster right now. Okay, it was gold. Yeah, it was gold. Look at that. With 2 seconds to spare, even more than 2 seconds to spare. Okay, so. Ooh. Wait, what? It immediately worked. Oh, wait. Okay. Somehow this worked. Okay. Okay. Doesn't matter. Was a little bit confused there. By the way, did I get the oops, did I get the weekly cash? Yes, I got the weekly cash. So we got a pet and a restored coffer key from that. More pets, bro. Alright, whatever. So we're supposed to go to Outland now, so let's take a look at that. So let's teleport there using engineering, of course. Wait, what? Oh, I got this guy trying to, I don't know what he did, but yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Don't know what this guy's trying to do, but not gonna succeed. I'm bubbling out of these roots. Okay, there we go. Man, the guards are so annoying with their roots, bro. Look at this. Now let's go to Outland. Okay. Ah, we got transformed into a female blood elf, bro. I like when this happens. You get to play as a different race for 1 hour. So I was supposed to go to Nagrand. So let's see what we're supposed to do here. I think we're supposed to catch some snakes or something. Collect 20 smooth stones. Collect 10 grand snakes and 20 fragrant dreaming glory. Okay. I mean, these guys just get one shot. I don't know what even the point of this quest is. Where you have mobs that just get one shot. Look at that. It's getting absolutely destroyed.
I need to target something first.
That's interesting, actually. Everything, all the mobs here are scaled to level 80. Huh. That's odd. Why is it also the other mobs? I mean, it would be cool if they scaled everything to max level, but not like this, man. These mobs are just getting absolutely destroyed. It would be cool if, like, all of the world was scaled to the max level, but you would also want to have things to do there, right? I think in Black Desert Online does it pretty well. The whole world like remains relevant when they release new expansions. It's pretty cool, man. I love that. Although Black Desert Online, it had a host of its own problems. Like the economy was absolutely incorrectly done there. It didn't. It was too curated, right? The economy. It didn't rely on player interaction, and all they wanted to do was stop goal RMT, and that they went really hard on it, but they didn't manage to stop that anyway. You know, through the different systems. At the end of the day, the only way you can reasonably stop RMT is through moderation. You have to have people, not systems, you know, not bots, look at each and individual transaction. Suspicious transaction. You can have probably like some things that flag the RMT, right? But at the end of the day, the only way you're gonna be able to catch RMTers is as a developer, you have to buy the gold from them, and then you take a look at their whole kind of delivery line, how they do it, right? And you kind of try to identify the people that sell you the gold, the middlemen, right? And then you try to identify where they get the gold from, and then you basically ban them once in a while. Because you like once you start buying gold from them as the developer, you'll be able to backtrack, right, in the future transactions, how they do the thing, how they acquire the gold, how they like send it through the other minute, through all the middlemen and so forth, and you'll be able to take the proper precautions for the player base and to prevent more gold being sold in the future. But it does require effort, right? It does require actual effort, and it's like an endless fight. It just requires moderation, which I think that's why so many people, so many companies are bad at preventing RMT, because they don't want to put in the effort, they don't want to put in the moderation. But that, at the end of the day, that's the only way you can do it. You need moderation. You need people actively always on the watch out. You need like a team of people, you know, maybe 5-10 people hunting down the RMT companies. And there, new ones are always gonna pop up. It's always gonna be an arms race, and you need to always be involved in this arms race, and you need to pay people to focus on only that. The only solution, really. But yeah, with Blizzard completely like getting rid of customer service teams. It is kind of funny to assume that they would do something like that. But let's hope Ashes of Creation, for example, is better at avoiding that. I feel like Ashes of Creation is a game that will be much better in those in that sense, you know. I have lots of hope for it. I do have a whole lot of hope for it.
To get closer.
But I don't want to get invested in it until it releases. I want to get really invested in it when it releases, when I know that the character that I will be playing will be like permanent, and not right now when it's in alpha. I think it's good that the alpha is letting people try it out, but I think also at the same time some people are treating it as a kind of permanent game, and not something that will characters will get wiped and so on. And I think some people got like mad about that. Oh wow, it's an alpha version of the game, but my character got wiped. What? What do you mean? Why are they got so mad about it? It's to be expected, and that's why I don't want to get involved in Ashes of Creation yet. Okay, now we're supposed to go back to Karesh. So many quests, man.
Energy parasites are draining shields. Use this.
You can't beat the smell of fresh pine in the...
Name the female and the name snake. Okay. How do we do that? How the hell do we do that?
You have toiled endlessly for this thing.
It's a fine day for a hunt.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to do to name the snakes. Oh, here. What is her name? Scarlet. Let's call her Scarlet. And Indigo. Yeah, that sounds good.
I hope you like to hunt. Happy hunting. Hey, be safe out there.
Data analysis initiated. Sure. And what else am I supposed to do? Fragrant dreaming glory planted. Okay. Yeah, I know that, guys. I know this is pretty dull content, but I mean, if I just want to do it. I'll have more interesting content when I get back from the business trip. Oh, I might have to go out soon. Let's see. Might be raining out. Oh my god.
It's a fine day for a hunt.
Well, I promised the others that I'd show up, so maybe I'll show up. So, do this quest. Maybe finish this whole quest line. Depending on how many quests are left in this quest line.
I hope you like to hunt.
Lead the Negran snakes to Ecodome Primus. Okay. So this is I'm just leading the snakes from point A to point B. And point A is over there, point B is over here. That's crazy. What a crazy quest, man.
You can't beat the smell of fresh pine in the breeze. Hey, be safe out there.
Arch snake watered. Mossy snake beds tested. Okay. Well, let's do that then. Okay, watering the snakes. Testing the beds. What a pointless quest, man. Oops. Didn't quite finish that cast. Now this one, I guess I already watered. Hmm. Bro. I'm glad I'm almost done with this quest line. Holy shit. Apparently they added a reward for this quest line. People were complaining that this quest line is too long for the reward, and the reward is just an achievement. But apparently they added a mount at the end of the quest line. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing. Like now people need to be motivated by different collectibles or they won't do it. I think the dopamine overload in WoW has reached a critical level where you don't even feel anything when you get a mount because there's so many mounts in the game. Yeah, I think something needs to be done about that as well. Like WoW, players need a dopamine detox, but I don't know what would be the right way to do it so that people wouldn't quit the game. The hell was that? Oh, you cannot mount in here? It's just dismounts you randomly when you try to fly through that area. That's great, Blizzard. I mean, I guess because it's because there's an important quest NPC there or something, but I don't know if that's the right way to go about it, because it's just a patch solution, right? And it creates another annoying interaction for the players. What the fuck is the last snake, man? Target parched snake. Oh, here it is. Oh no, I already watered this one. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Okay, Hammond Nessingwari. So now I'm supposed to do this and this, teleport them somewhere. And now we need to go to the Oasis. Okay, so more quests. Holy shit, guys. How many quests are there in this campaign?
The Wastelanders drain our pylons of energy. The worst part is they never turn them back on.
It's a fine day for a hunt. Hey, be safe out
Set
there.
up a home
Aim be true.
for the 2 named snakes and soothe 15 agitated snakes. Oh my god, bro. What a quest line. Alright, let's set up home for the snakes then. Comfy bed. So I wonder whether this is gonna lead to us restoring courage like in 2 expansions down the line or something. Oh. Okay. So the snakes now have a comfy bed. Good for them. And now I need to soothe 15 agitated snakes around the whole oasis. Okay. I guess they're agitated because they're in a new environment, right? Has to be what it is. Okay. Play a flute for them. Why not? Ooh, we got 3 snakes in 1 flute to play. Let's go. Is there more here? There's a couple here. At least 3. Yeah. Efficiency. 1, but it is what it is. One more.
Oh, the thrill of the hunt. Hey, be safe out there.
Extra eggs, so now we're supposed to collect Karok eggs to feed the snakes, I guess. Oh, wait, shit. This questline is unending. You know, I was thinking like, yeah, I'll just finish this questline, then I'll end my stream. Because I'm supposed to go to this barbecue party, maybe get some work done beforehand as well. But this questline is just crazy unending, and it's kind of boring, I'll be honest. It's not the great stream content, that's for sure.
Opportunities knocking.
Where are the eggs, man?
They're a valuable
I flew out
trading
of the
tool.
area where the eggs can be found, I guess. Oh, there's one. And there is another one. Good.
You can't beat the smell of fresh pine in a breeze.
Snakelets. Okay, let's go hatch some snakelets. Okay, what are we supposed to do? 3 eggs? What am I supposed to do? Okay, I literally just had to click on the eggs to hatch the snakes. This is not interesting at all, Blizzard. Come on!
I hope you like to hunt.
Alright. Although, we did manage to get it done. So finally, we finished the Otherworldly Ecologist quest line. The whole campaign is done. Ecological Succession is done. Now we just need to do the rest of the achievements. So ensure all the creatures in the oasis are fully integrated. So slatebacks and the snakes,
Oh, the thrill of the hunt.
which means
I hope you like to hunt.
this
May
is
your aim be true.
snakelets.
Good. I could
This
use
is for the
some help.
bees. What's for the slate bags?
Salvation. Our work has just begun.
Okay, this one, Rage Racer. This is for the slate bags. So let's do the weekly quest for the slate bags and for the snakes, and maybe we'll get the achievement because it looks like they nerfed it.
You can't beat the smell of fresh pine in a breeze.
Yeah, that's literally the weekly quest for the snakes. You just click on 4 objects. Holy shit, man. Let's do the very, very challenging race because that is an achievement involved. Holy shit, this guy's fast. What the fuck? Okay, it's gonna be hard. Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to run that way. Fuck, okay, reset, reset, reset. Reset. How the fuck do I reset? Abandon.
Everything I've done has been for Koresh.
How do I, because I still have the buff, which is challenge mode. It's kind of annoying. Very challenging race, yes please. Okay, let's go. Let's get this achievement as well. I mean I don't see the mob running around. So I don't know if I'm even doing this achievement correctly right now. How the fuck am I supposed to... God damn it, that is annoying. Alright, as long as we don't lose the speed buff, then we don't care, I think. Okay. let's just keep going, I guess. See if we can get the achievement. Okay. Oh, he's already here. Oh. Oh, we got it. We got credit for towards the achievement. So that was easy as well. Okay, and that in. Okay. Yeah, they nerfed this achievement, it seems.
It's a fine day for a hunt.
Alright, ecological stability and ecological variety also finished. So the only one we need to do is brokers don't care how you win. Which means defeat the zooming necroray in a challenging race. How do we do that?
Put your hopes in the trust. What is more valuable than hope?
Okay, there's a movie at the end. There's a movie ending. How do you feel about what we have accomplished in the Oasis and you get them out? Let's see the movie. Okay.
My home, once teeming with life, brought to ruin. But you, my esteemed colleague, look what you have accomplished. It is not the same as the home I remember, but as the future evolves, so too must we. And in this, there is beauty. Thanks to you, new life has taken its first breaths here. And for that, Karesh and I will be forever grateful.
Cool. If they restore Karesh and it ends up having an ecosystem like this, it's really nice. Gonna be interesting. Resplendent Karok. So this is the mount we get as a reward. Looks pretty cool. I would like to be able to do this race with the Necroray though. How do we do that? Maybe with this. Where is the zooming necroray? Oh wait, what? What? I can't leave. It's not a vehicle. Holy shit, that's annoying. I picked this option for a race where I guess it auto completes the race for you. But it's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to see if it's the thing that I needed for the achievement, but it's not. But now that I got on, it doesn't allow me to leave. There's not like a vehicle, like leave vehicle button. You're just stuck on this and until it finishes it. God damn it. Okay, I don't know if this zooming necroray challenging race is up. Let me look it up actually. Brokers don't care how you win. Okay, so you have to wait for the quest to be available, which is exactly what I thought. But fine. We did get a lot of stuff done today, like from the achievement front. We got the almost I think this is the last reagent I needed for the death cycle, so we're gonna like finish up the death cycle. We're gonna craft it, I think, at the beginning of the next stream. We got quite a couple of achievements done. We got the vigilante, we got otherworldly ecologies, ecological variety, ecological stability. We got Visions of Nezoth revisited. Corrupted Mementos done. We also got a mount from that. So we actually got a whole bunch of mounts today. The Mountain of Mementos, I will have to do this as well. And apparently there are new achievements for the lore walking. So this is something I'm gonna look into finishing too. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff done. We're missing 133 achievements. So we're definitely getting somewhere, but there's still a whole bunch of work needed, especially on the delves front. We need to complete 1,000 delves and 500 bountiful coffers. Some other things, but these are mostly inconsequential, as we'll get those done as we do the delves, as we do the other achievements. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of work left to be done. But that will come later. As soon as I get back from my business trip, I will definitely do a lot of streaming, both on retail, hardcore, Legion remakes, all that kind of stuff. I'll start off definitely with a big hardcore stream. I'm gonna level up a new paladin. I think on Tuesday I will do like a hardcore raid on my main, so definitely look forward to that. And I'll definitely do some streaming tomorrow as well. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna finish up the stream. I'm gonna go to this barbecue party, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So thanks all for watching, and see you.